The evolutionary adaptations of Arctic foxes. The Arctic fox, Vulpes lagopus, is a remarkable example of evolutionary adaptation, showcasing how a species can thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. With its stunning fur, incredible resilience, and unique behaviors, the Arctic fox has evolved over thousands of years to survive in the extreme cold of the Arctic tundra. This article explores the various evolutionary adaptations of Arctic foxes, examining their physical, behavioral, and ecological traits that enable them to flourish in their frigid habitat. Point 1. Physical adaptations. 1.1. Insulating fur. One of the most significant adaptations of the Arctic fox is its thick, insulating fur. The Arctic fox has a double-layered coat that consists of a soft undercoat and longer guard hairs on top. This dense fur provides excellent insulation against the biting cold, which can drop to as low as -58 degrees Fahrenheit (-50 degrees Celsius) in the Arctic winter. The undercoat traps air, creating a layer of warmth, while the guard hairs help repel moisture and wind. The color of the Arctic fox's fur also changes with the seasons. In winter, the fur is white, allowing the fox to blend seamlessly into the snowy landscape, providing camouflage from predators and prey alike. In summer, the coat turns a brown or gray color, which helps the fox remain inconspicuous among the tundra's vegetation. This seasonal color change is a critical adaptation for both hunting and avoiding detection. Point 1.2. Body size and shape. The Arctic fox is smaller than many other canids, which is an adaptation that helps conserve heat. Its compact body shape reduces the surface area exposed to the cold, minimizing heat loss. Additionally, Arctic foxes have short muzzles and small ears, which further decrease the amount of heat lost to the environment. Their paws are also uniquely adapted to the Arctic environment. The soles of their feet are covered with fur, providing insulation and traction on snow and ice. This adaptation allows them to traverse their icy habitat effectively, hunting for food and avoiding potential predators. Point 2. Behavioral adaptations. 2.1. Hunting strategies. Arctic foxes are opportunistic feeders, which means they have adapted their hunting strategies based on the availability of food in their environment. During the winter months, when food is scarce, Arctic foxes primarily hunt lemmings, who are relatively abundant in the tundra. They have developed a unique hunting technique known as mousing. This behavior involves listening for the sounds of lemmings beneath the snow and then pouncing on the prey with remarkable precision. In addition to lemmings, Arctic foxes also scavenge carrion left behind by larger predators, such as polar bears. This scavenging behavior is a critical adaptation that helps them survive in an environment where food can be limited. The ability to switch between hunting and scavenging allows Arctic foxes to be flexible in their feeding habits, which is essential for their survival. Point 2.2. Social structure. Arctic foxes typically have a solitary or monogamous social structure, which is another adaptation to their harsh environment. In areas where food is plentiful, they may form small family groups, but they often hunt alone or in pairs. This solitary behavior reduces competition for food resources, allowing each fox to maximize its chances of survival. During the breeding season, usually in late winter, Arctic foxes establish monogamous pairs. The female typically gives birth to a litter of 5 to 10 pups in a burrow, and both parents play a role in raising the young. This cooperative breeding strategy ensures that the pups receive adequate care and protection, increasing their chances of survival in a challenging environment. Point 3. Ecological Adaptations 3.1. Habitat utilization. Arctic foxes are highly adaptable in their use of habitat, which is crucial for their survival in the tundra. They often build dens in elevated areas, such as hillsides or snowdrifts, which provide protection from harsh winds and predators. These dens serve as safe havens for raising pups and storing food. Additionally, Arctic foxes have an extensive home range that can span several kilometers. This adaptability and territoriality allows them to explore various areas for food, ensuring they can find sufficient resources throughout the year. Their ability to traverse vast distances also facilitates genetic exchange between populations, promoting biodiversity. Point 3.2. Seasonal migration. While Arctic foxes are generally sedentary, some populations exhibit seasonal migration patterns in response to changes in food availability. For example, in regions where lemming populations fluctuate, Arctic foxes may migrate to areas with higher prey density during the summer months. This migratory behavior is an essential adaptation that allows them to exploit different habitats and resources, ensuring their survival in a dynamic environment. Point 4. Climate change and its impact. The Arctic fox's adaptations have enabled it to thrive in extreme conditions. However, climate change poses a significant threat to its survival. As global temperatures rise, the Arctic environment is experiencing rapid changes, including melting sea ice, shifting prey populations, and habitat loss. These changes can disrupt the delicate balance that Arctic foxes have evolved to maintain. For instance, as temperatures increase, lemming populations may decline, leading to food shortages for Arctic foxes. Additionally, the loss of sea ice affects the hunting patterns of polar bears, which may increase competition for carrion resources. Climate change also alters the distribution of vegetation in the tundra, further impacting the prey availability for Arctic foxes. To adapt to these changes, Arctic foxes may need to shift their foraging strategies or migrate to new areas. However, the rapid pace of climate change may outstrip their ability to adapt, leading to declines in population numbers and potential extinction in certain regions. Point 5. Conservation efforts. Recognizing the challenges faced by Arctic foxes, various conservation efforts are underway to protect their populations and habitats. These efforts include monitoring populations, protecting critical habitats, and conducting research on the impacts of climate change. Point 1. Notable initiative is the Arctic Fox Conservation Plan, which aims to ensure the long-term survival of the species in the face of changing environmental conditions. This plan emphasizes the importance of habitat preservation, public education, and sustainable management practices to minimize human impact on Arctic ecosystems. Point 5.1. Community involvement. Local communities play a crucial role in conservation efforts. Indigenous peoples who have lived in the Arctic for generations possess valuable knowledge about the region's ecology and the behaviors of Arctic foxes. Collaborating with these communities can enhance conservation strategies, ensuring they are culturally sensitive and effective. Point 5.2. Research and monitoring. Ongoing research is essential for understanding the ecological needs of Arctic foxes and the impacts of climate change on their populations. By monitoring population trends and habitat changes, scientists can develop evidence-based conservation strategies that address the specific challenges faced by Arctic foxes. Conclusion: the Arctic fox is a remarkable example of evolutionary adaptation, showcasing a variety of physical, behavioral, and ecological traits that enable it to thrive in the harsh Arctic environment. From its insulating fur to its opportunistic feeding strategies, the Arctic fox exemplifies the resilience of nature. However, the challenges posed by climate change threaten its survival, making conservation efforts more critical than ever. As we continue to study and protect this incredible species, it is essential to recognize the interconnectedness of all living beings and their environments. By understanding the Arctic fox's adaptations and the challenges it faces, we can work toward a future where both the Arctic fox and its habitat can thrive amidst the changing climate. Through collaborative conservation efforts and a commitment to safeguarding our planet, we can help ensure that the Arctic fox continues to be a symbol of resilience and adaptability for generations to come.